All right, are you ready?
I am.
Are there all the ghosts in the building? Let's do a spooky jam. Whoa.
Welcome to Samurai Movie Jam, a companion podcast for the worst movie podcast ever recorded. Bad movies rule. Except now we're focusing on current movies with your hosts, Dave and Brian. Let's go! Woo!
It's the spooky jam. Ooh, Samurai Spooky Jam. And it's episode 13.
I know, I thought of that
That's
too.
weird. That's a spooky coincidence. James, thank you so much for that intro here. Actually, this episode, we're going to do a couple scary movies. So I just...
Bye.
Oh, you don't like...
You don't like scary movies? I think we know that.
All right. No, we'll see you later. Yeah, anyway, Samurai Spooky Jam, episode 13. We're doing Clown in a Cornfield and Together.
A special double feature episode.
Double feature, spooky double feature.
Might be the last one ever because I feel like it's gonna be a combobbled piece of crap.
No, it's gonna be great.
It'll be good. It'll be fun. It's gonna be tough to keep track of what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, you're gonna need to pay attention, everyone listening to this, because we're gonna be doing 2 reviews at once of 2 movies. So we're gonna try to make some deviations. I'm sure you'll do a clown honk for Clown in a Cornfield or something. So that's how you'll know when we're talking about a cornfield. And then maybe I'll go yuck when we're talking about Together. Thanks so much for coming out to this. And if you haven't been here before, we do current movies here. We do a non-spoiler review for this show, and then we do Extra Jam on the Patreon, where we're going to spoil both of these movies for you. If you want to reach out to us, it is samuraimoviejam@gmail.com. That's where you can send us all your opinions on what you think of the show, what you think of us. If you need any advice for Consider the Source, ideas of future movies you want to see us do.
Yeah, if you saw something cool that maybe we haven't talked about, you let us know.
Right. We're always watching movies, and we always talk about 58 of them when we're on here. So, yeah, send us the stuff you think we should be seeing. Also, did you know that the mask worn by the killer Michael Myers in the classic horror movie Halloween was a simple, cheap William Shatner mask? I actually did know that.
How'd you know?
I looked up a bunch of trivia. There's a bunch of trivia in this episode. And I was like, that's a cool fact. I didn't know that at all. So then I had to look it up I Google imaged it. And I was like, I guess it doesn't look like William Shatner.
No, when it's all painted white and
Captain
whatever,
Kirk,
it looks real creepy. But that's so cool, though, I think, just how smart that was. We'll just paint this mask. That would be creepy enough, right?
This episode comes out a little bit before Halloween. This is our Halloween episode. It's the closest we're going to get in the month of October. So I thought we could talk about Halloween in general. Maybe like trick-or-treating when you were younger. Do you remember costumes you used to wear?
Yes. I wasn't a rich boy.
Yeah.
So a lot of my costumes were made for me. I was definitely the wrapped in toilet paper kid, and you're a mummy.
Nice.
I was a pirate one year because you just wrap a bandana around your head. And
I definitely was a pirate as well.
I don't think I ever had a store-bought costume.
Oh, really? I definitely did. I remember having a Smurf costume, but like back then they weren't like they are now. It was like that plastic, like a Frisbee you would put on your face with string, and it would like crack, hurt your face, scrape your face.
Yeah.
And the actual body of it was like a one piece, but it felt like
it was an apron.
Yeah, like out of the material you would get out if you went to like a seafood place and like, here's your bib.
Here's your bib.
It's like that material. It was like super thin, and you like put it on. Yeah, I remember being a Smurf. I remember I was Darth Vader one year.
That's very cool. Yeah, you were totally ready if someone gave you a lobster tail for trick-or-treat. You had
my normal clothes were covered. They were good.
Someone should do that. Just have lobster tails for trick-or-treat. Like, trick-or-treat, trick. Just smash a lobster tail into a kid's bag.
Were your parents crazy about, I got to go through your candy before you eat it?
No.
Mine were. My mom was like, someone put a needle in that.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there was a thing back in the 80s that happened where someone had a razor blade in an apple or something, which created the hysteria. But I don't know. My parents didn't really care. I don't remember my mom going, watch out for heroin.
My mom definitely did. Even if it was like slightly open candy, trash.
Oh, yeah. Anything slightly opened.
Yeah.
Unless it was a popcorn ball, which is, remember those?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Every year, inevitably, popcorn balls. And we had a dentist that lived on our block. So that was one house that you for sure didn't get any candy, but you got a new toothbrush for the year, I guess. How many toothbrushes do you need? I had a good block for trick or treat, though. All our friends went out and did it. There's pictures of me with a bunch of kids when I was doing that. But I was a chicken shit when it came to Halloween, scary movies, all that stuff. I remember crying a lot if I had to watch a really scary movie.
Really?
Now I don't,
Yeah.
I live for it. I love them. There's nothing I won't watch.
Weeks ago, I was like, I'm not watching a scary movie. And now something happened this year where I'm dead inside because I'm watching all these scary movies and none of them are getting me. The closest is The Conjuring. I just watched that. I rewatched it. I watched it a long time ago, but rewatched it. I was like, oh, this is getting me a little bit. But
I think it's atmosphere too. You can't watch a scary movie during the day in your living room, comfortable or whatever.
that's how I watched together.
Yep.
I did on purpose too. I was like, I don't want to watch this right before bed. It's going to be ick.
Ashley didn't watch it?
No, I told you she wouldn't.
Well, you better have a message from her because I want to know why.
Okay.
Did you ask her to?
I did. Yeah, we talked about it. And your response, you even said it on the episode. I know what she's going to say. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not doing that. And then I was like, well, you got to record her message. She's like, you don't get my for free.
We don't have the budget for Ashley's rebuttal to watching together.
I'm not creating entertainment for you for nothing.
I'm not dumb. Well, she hadn't watched it, and she definitely had thoughts, but we'll get to that. But yeah, Halloween, when I was a kid, I was scared. I would cry. And then we had a Betamax that we'd rent movies every Friday night, and that's where I would watch Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, but I was with like my brother and sister, so it wasn't as bad. And then I don't know, kind of fell off of it for a while, but now I watch them all the time and like to watch them, and it doesn't really bug me whatsoever.
Well, we're going to talk about a lot of scary movies in this throughout the trivia and stuff. So
Yeah.
buckle up.
I also have thoughts on, this has to do with Clown in a Cornfield. So the kids are sitting around a fire in Clown in a Cornfield and they're vaping. It occurred to me how uncool vaping looks compared to smoking.
Yeah.
Your badasses in movies smoking look neat, like at least look badass, like Bruce Willis in Last Boy Scout.
Water's wet, the sky's blue, women have secrets. Who gives a f?
In Payback, he smokes like the whole time.
Yep.
Mel Gibson.
Constantine, all these movies where they make smoking look cool, and then like this stupid vape shows up, and it's like, hold on a second, and then a cloud like a dragon comes out of their face. That's not cool. You can't make. Could you imagine if in Payback Mel Gibson was like, hold on a second, just covers his mouth? Junk. I wish. I mean, at least for movies, keep them smoking. Don't smoke, people. But it's better than vaping as far as looking cool.
Yeah.
You're not going to pick up any chicks with your bubblegum grapefruit big pink just bubbler vape.
Just don't make them smoke or anything then.
Yeah.
Right? Don't even bother.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't. But they were kids in high school, so I guess
That's
they
what
had-
happens.
That's what happens. Yep. So anyways, let's talk about what we've been watching here. Well, after this transition. Smooth, baby. That's how the pros do it. So what'd you watch?
I've only got one. I know you have a bunch, so I'll get mine out of the way. But I watched Ghosted
Ghosted.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, with Anna de Armas and
Chris Evans. I had never even heard of it. I was just scrolling through and I was like, oh, what's this? Neither of those actors are good love interests.
Explain.
They're not made to be in any form of romantic comedy.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty much what this is like an action romantic comedy.
Okay, so you didn't buy their relationship.
Chris Evans is I love Chris Evans, but like in what he's good at, in stuff like this, he's stiff. He's
Yeah.
Captain America as a boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like he's got that like, I don't know, radio announcer kind of tone and speech. And I just don't buy it as a love interest. And she wasn't much better either. Some cool things about it is almost like a reverse Night and Day. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Night and Day with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. There were some cameos. It didn't make the movie better for me. Anthony Mackie showed up.
Oh, good. We had both Captain Americas.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Sebastian Stan showed up.
Oh, boy. Okay, I see what you're
And Ryan Reynolds poked his head
There
in there.
he is. There he is.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know. I get it. Good job. That's cool. They all came and it's cool to see him on the screen, but it just seems cheap almost.
Yeah, it just seems like this is how they got the movie made. And
Then it just becomes hokey.
to me.
Well, you haven't said anything about the story. All you've talked about is how the actors were meh.
Yeah, these
Them being in it was annoying.
Anna de Armas meets him, and he's a farmer. He has a booth in a like farmer's market kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they meet, and they don't get along, but then he's like, hey, you want to go on a date for no reason?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah, sure. And she disappears, and supposedly he gets clingy with these girls, and it was great. So he's texted her a bunch of times, and then his family's like, quit texting her. He's like, no, it's just some light emoji stuff. And they're like,
Light
that
emoji
counts.
stuff.
That counts as texting. No, it doesn't count. And there's like this music playing, and I swear they did like kind of a close-up of him on the porch swing, and I was like, please cut away, please just let this be the tiny scene of him sat on a porch swing, please. And it cut away, and I was like, yes.
It's just him on a porch swing?
Yeah, being sad because she hasn't texted him.
Oh, for God's sake.
No words, no dialogue, just
I'm so and shut up. Like Chris Evans would have any problem with any woman on the planet.
I know. And he becomes more capable than he should be for a farmer.
Yeah.
When all these fight scenes happen.
Right.
I'm not saying don't watch it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was whatever. It's just not as cool as I thought it could have been with those two leading the helm.
Well, speaking of Marvel, which you kind of were, one of the things I watched was the Marvel Zombies series on Disney Plus. And that was almost really great. But then the last episode happened.
Oh, no.
I don't get it. I don't know why Marvel has this habit of shooting themselves in the foot with these things. And this was an animated show. I'm not even sure if you heard of it or whatever.
Nope.
Marvel did 2 seasons of a show called What If, where it was kind of like different things that could have happened, different dimensions, all that nonsense.
Yep.
And then from that, it kind of spawned this Marvel Zombies miniseries. It was 4 episodes, which the first 3 were kind of great. Like there's a couple teams of heroes that get together, and there's some heroes that are zombies. And they're doing all this stuff, and it's really cool. And
are they bad as zombies or still heroes?
They're bad zombies. Like there's a Scarlet Witch is the queen. Whatever. If he just spoils this, then I don't know, whatever. But yeah, Scarlet Witch is the queen of the damned, and then kind of is controlling the Marvel zombies. So Hawkeye's a zombie, and they're all working for her. But then there's people that aren't zombies but heroes that are helping out. And Blade is Moon Knight, and there's some cool stuff. And then the last episode happens, and it's like, well, we're just gonna kill everybody, I guess. And then at the end, you kind of don't know what happens, and none of it makes sense. The end was just a trash fire, and I was so disappointed. And I kind of knew because I heard people talking about it, where it's like Marvel Zombies is junk, blah blah blah. And I watched through the first 3 episodes, and I was like, this isn't what's gonna happen here. And then the last episode happened, and I was like,
oh, that's why they say it's junk.
Okay. This is exactly why they say it's junk, and they're absolutely right. So that wasn't great. But go check it out if you like things that are from Marvel, because it's still cool to see.
Just stop
Marvel
after the
zombie
3rd
stuff.
episode and imagine a great ending.
Right. The second thing I watched was Megan 2.
Oh, fun.
Yep.
T2 of Megan.
T2 of Megan 2, definitely. And it was fun, just like the first one. It was the same stupid, how come this android has this attitude and cares this much about this family and whatever. It's different in T2 that I guess like she does have some self-preservation and doesn't want to die, and there's another android, and it's kind of convoluted, but good movie, fun movie. I mean, if you're going to watch the Megans, they're both competent, I guess, and entertaining.
I'll check them out. A thought about T2. Mm-hmm. I had this thought this week where I was like, what if anytime someone mentioned T2, I acted like they were talking about Teen Wolf 2?
Yeah. You should. You absolutely
It's great in T2 where I was like, I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
I remember he was boxing.
I loved Arnold Schwarzenegger when he's not in it.
He's not in that movie.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah. Do you mean Jason Bateman? Because he's in it.
Come on, I haven't got all day.
I'd like to change some classes.
You do like Teen Wolf 2? Like,
I do, but it's pure nostalgia. It's a crap movie.
Right.
A lot of it doesn't make sense, but it's nostalgia, pure nostalgia.
Because Teen Wolf 1, I thought was a good movie.
Give me a keg of fear.
It's better than Teen Wolf 2.
Okay, but
Makeup-wise, story-wise, everything-wise.
the third thing that I watched was Bring Her Back, which was by the same directors as Talk to Me. I don't know if you've heard of that movie where they have this hand and you shake hands with it and then a demon possesses you and you can talk to it, but you got to shake its hand again. And it's pretty freaky.
That sounds freaky.
Yeah, this was also freaky, and it unlocked a ick in my head that I didn't know that I had.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure if I should tell you what this is because whatever, who cares? There's a part in the movie where a person is hungry, a character is hungry, I guess a demon is hungry.
Okay.
And a person unknowingly gives a person a piece of melon on a knife to eat. The kid grabs the knife to eat the melon. The other character turns around to go do something else and just hears like... The kid was chewing on the knife blade, like vertical, teeth snapping off, cutting his upper lip. I have problems with people scraping their forks on their teeth.
Yeah.
So this was just like, oh no. I couldn't get it out of my head. The whole movie, I was just like, what? Yeah, but did you see him chewing on that knife? Nothing else worse can happen in this movie, and it didn't. The movie was weird and freaky and really good, actually. I thought it was a good movie. A lot of people didn't like it because they didn't really get what was going on. It didn't seem that hard to follow for me. I kind of understood what they were trying to do. It's definitely freaky, and you should check it out because it's real weird, and they're all Australian, so things are kind of, you know, so some stuff, it's like, wait, what did he say? And my last spooky movie that I watched for this was VHS Halloween. Have you heard of the VHS movies?
Yeah, you explained it to me a little bit.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them now.
Yeah.
And this one was probably my favorite one. It was 6 stories about Halloween. They were good. They were uncomfortable. They were gory. They were stupid in some cases. It was just a fun time just watching and like, oh, what's the next thing going to be? I like those anthology movies. Do you dig those or not really?
I don't know how many of I've actually watched. I
Like
can't
Creep
think of
Show
anything.
and
Nope, haven't watched it.
Tales of the Dark Side. And
No, I think the closest thing is when they did like Grindhouse and things like that. I went and saw that in the theater.
that's a whole movie. This is like 3 different stories. You never saw like Creep Show or anything like
Nope.
that? God, your homework list is going to get long. But yeah, I watched that. That was fun. Go watch that. If you like horror movies and you don't have a Shudder subscription, you should. Not sponsored or anything, but like it's got all the stuff you want to see on it. That's how I watched Clown in the Cornfield and whatnot. So, but yeah, that's my list.
Fantastic.
Yeah, check those things out if you want to.
We had other options to go see instead of Together and Clown in the Cornfield. Some things that just came out. Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Yeah, J-Lo singing about I guess this was a musical that they turned into a movie or something like that.
I recognize the title.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense actually. Roof Man, which actually I'll
These
check
aren't
out.
scary.
No.
No.
I'll go check that out.
Yeah.
But
I watched Channing Tatum on Hot Ones. That was pretty funny. Channing Tatum seems like a dude I could hang out with, or that he would be cool to have a beer with or something.
yeah, I think so. And then Tron Ares, which I think is going to be our next episode.
Next episode.
That's where our
Tron
plan is
Ares.
right now. All right, so why do we choose these 2 for Spooky Scary Time?
Good question. I think it's mostly because of I don't know, because they were too. I think the first thing was that we saw Clown in a Cornfield at a theater one time.
A poster for it.
Yep. And I said, we're going to go see that. And you're like, no, David, no. Would never watch that. So it just kind of became lore. I think that the first few episodes of the show, we even mentioned Clown in a Cornfield. Like,
Yep.
that would be you were going to go see Clown in a Cornfield. No, it was stupid.
I'm the one that brought it up too. I
Yeah.
was like, you know what, we should go see that one. It's ridiculous enough that it'll probably be a fun watch. And then Together is just one that it was intriguing, just like Weapons, just like some of these other movies that came out. It's like, oh, that's a cool concept. I kind of want to know what happens. And it looked creepy enough that it would fit for a spooky time.
Yeah, and then when we were here one time, I think it was for Bloodsport, we watched that trailer where it showed audience reactions to Together, and then I was like, ooh, I really want to know what happened.
Let's get into some vitals.
All right.
Sounds good. Together's storyline on IMDb. Years into their relationship, Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country. With tensions already flaring, an encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now,
Yeah.
Clown in the Cornfield storyline,
Right?
it's a little different.
Honky, honky.
A fading Midwestern town in which Frendo the Clown, a symbol of bygone success, reemerges as a terrifying scourge.
Yeah.
Isn't scourge a great word?
Scourge is a great word. It's a great word for a bad guy, too. I think there's scourges out there.
Scourge McDuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time for Spooky Scary Skeleton Trivia. Welcome to round one, Spooky Scary Skeleton Taglines. I'm giving you a tagline from a spooky scary skeleton movie, and you tell me the name of the movie it's from. Now hang on to your femur bones, because here comes tagline number one. To enter the mind of a killer, she must challenge the mind of a madman.
The Cell.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
I got a little dick. It's pathetic.
The correct answer is
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
I did it. I came back around. Do I guess that one doesn't count?
That does not count.
Oh, you
Sorry,
only got
number
one
two. The monster movie that breaks new ground.
Tremors.
That's correct. Number three. At 30,000 feet, snakes aren't the deadliest thing on this plane.
Dang it. Oh.
Time's
Snakes
up.
on a plane.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Didn't make it in time.
Fish in a dish.
Number four. We dare you to say his name 5 times.
Candyman.
Candyman. Candyman. Candyman.
One more. Candyman.
Don't. What if are you allergic to bees? Do you know you can develop that allergy later in life? When's the last time you were stung by a bee?
A while ago.
Yeah, might happen. Keep an EpiPen around. You never know.
You don't know.
My friend Jake, it happened to him. He didn't know. Got stung by a bee. Now he has to have an EpiPen everywhere he goes. Yeah, crazy.
No thanks.
No, I don't like that. EpiPens. I mean, maybe I do. Never did one.
Number five.
I want to play a game.
6 students are about to find out their teachers really are from another
faculty.
planet. The faculty is correct. Number 6, the end of the world starts at midnight.
Gremlins.
No, I can't believe you didn't get this one.
My mom and dad are gonna be
It's Monster Squad.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that one.
I'm in the goddamn club, aren't I?
Number 7,
Yeah.
Nut Up or Shut Up.
It's so familiar. How do I not know this? Nut up or shut up?
The answer is Zombieland.
Oh, yeah.
And number 8, the Slicer, the Dicer, and this time they're not any nicer.
What? Is it? Maximum Overdrive.
No, it is Freddy versus Jason.
Did you see that?
Part of me thinks that I did because it came out when I was working at the movie theater.
Yeah.
I think I just was
You
like,
probably did.
I never saw any of these, whatever, I'll just go. I saw like everything that came out when I was working at the movie theater.
Yeah.
All right, back to the vitals.
Okay.
Tagline for Together? There wasn't one. Tagline for Clown in the Cornfield?
Yeah.
Are you a friend of Frendo? Rotten Tomatoes, the critic scores. Together, 90. Clown in a Cornfield, 73. 90% seems high.
What? From the critics?
From the critics. Together,
No kidding.
90. Clown in a Cornfield, 73. Audience, together, 76. Clown in a Cornfield, 58.
Oh, that's crazy that they gave Together 90.
Even
I don't know what they were watching.
Clown in a Cornfield seems a little bit high. I'm not saying it's bad, but it sits just over mid.
Yeah.
Is where it should be, because that's kind of, I think, what they knew they were making.
If you're walking into Clown in a Cornfield as a critic, I think you have in your head, okay, I know what I'm going to get into here.
Yeah,
So
which
that is
maybe
just
that's
how
why.
successful were they in doing it.
Right. So then maybe they say 73 because they know what it is.
Right.
IMDb Together is 6.8 and Clown is 5.6. You should write those down. Because instead of better or worse, today we're doing between, below, or above. And the theme is spooky, scary skeleton movies. Obviously.
Yes.
So for number 1, Halloween. Ooh.
That's a scary slide whistle.
As scary as a slide whistle could be, I guess. Halloween.
Yeah.
Is it between, below, or above?
I think it is between.
It is above. It is 7.7.
Wow. That probably got jacked up as the years went on, I bet you.
Becoming a cult classic.
Right.
People were jacking it up. Sure. Number 2, The Fog.
Lower.
Way lower, 3.7.
Yeah, that movie sucks.
An American Werewolf in London.
Higher.
7.5.
Yep.
Human Centipede.
Lower.
It is lower.
Did you see that?
You made me watch it at your house.
That's right. I do remember that.
When you had your apartment.
No, that was the second one.
No, I only watched the first one.
Oh, are you sure it wasn't the second one? I
am
thought that I
positive.
remembered all of us watching.
I am positive.
Was Mike there?
Yes.
Then it was the second one.
It was the first one, and then you made us watch Rubber.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep immediately in Rubber.
The second, I think we watched the second one. Can we call Mike?
He's not going to answer.
You don't know. He might. Mike is our friend that is a trash man.
Yeah, he's a garbage man now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Michael Yernick.
Is a bum.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Michael, you could have been on the
Finish your
podcast.
message,
Oh,
Just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Michael, you could have been on the podcast, but you blew it.
We're calling you while we're recording this podcast because we have a question for you. And that is, when we watched Human Centipede at Dave's place in South Milwaukee, and then we watched Rubber, did we watch Human Centipede 1 or Human Centipede 2?
Pretty sure it was 2.
Can you give me a call back with the answer?
Or text back or whatever you can do.
Okay. Anyway, love you. Bye.
All right. Well, we'll see what he says. Which part of the centipede would you want to be?
The absolute first one was someone sewed to my butt.
Oh, wouldn't you feel terrible, though?
I don't care. I'm just happy I'm not the behind one.
I know. But you... oh, that's gross.
Okay, Blair Witch Project.
Higher.
Between 6.5. This is harder than normal.
That's true.
Slender Man.
Oh, lower.
Lower, 3.3. Wait, did you see Slender Man?
No.
I haven't either. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Higher.
Yes, 7.4.
Yep.
And Twilight. It's a vampire movie. That's scary. Right?
Sure.
That's
sure.
scary?
I guess it's a vampire movie. I guess in the same way that, I don't know, The Littlest Vampire is a vampire movie.
It is.
This is in between.
It is below with a 5.3.
Good.
Yeah, I know. It makes you happy.
Yes.
The directors for Together, the director and the writer is Michael Shanks.
You're welcome. Oh, boy. That's a good one.
I need a second. I exhaled all of my air. It got very lightheaded for a second.
Don't die.
That was the funniest thing I've heard in a while.
But I sent you a very funny joke.
Yeah, this morning.
Dragon won't explode, but a dino might.
Oh, man. All right. Michael Shanks. This is his feature film directorial debut. But upcoming, he has a movie called Hotel, 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 Hotel.
Okay.
Do you know what it's about?
A theme park?
I have no idea. Monopoly.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be cool.
A Monopoly horror movie?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is about. Maybe it was just a mistake on IMDb, but it said hotel 4 times.
Someone just copy and pasted too many times.
For Clown in the Cornfield, director, and he's also a writer. It's the son of actress Sally Field, Eli Craig.
That's Sally Field's son, huh?
Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
Other things he's done, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That's great.
Is it?
Yep.
I just saw a couple clips, and I was like, this actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, you should see that.
Alan Tudyk is in it, right?
Yeah.
And then Little Evil. Did you ever hear that? Mm-mm. I think, what's the guy who's in Severance? I can't think. Adam Scott. I think he's in Little.
Oh, about the kid that the guy thinks is a demon or whatever?
No clue. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't really look into it. Those are the only 2 things that I really recognize. For Clown in a Cornfield, other writers would be Carter Blanchard. The only thing I recognize, there's only a couple things for him, but Independence Day: Resurgence.
You don't need to say it. You just say resurgence. It looks like your colon's coming back. That's what it sounds like.
And then Adam
Says you.
Cesare.
Okay. Says it's easy for you to say.
Cesar.
Cesar? Is it
Cesare?
Cesare.
Oh, fine, I'm sorry.
Cesare. You should be. Oh, man.
We're 40-something.
I know.
What is going on?
I don't know, but I love it.
There's only 2 other things that he wrote, and I didn't recognize them. Ghost Game and Last Night at Terrace Lanes. No idea.
Nothing.
Yeah. All right. We'll start with Together. Starring Dave Franco and Allison Brie.
And they really are together in real life.
They're married.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I was doing this research.
Oh, yeah?
How'd you know?
They met in 2012 and took Molly together on the night they met.
Well, Who's Molly?
Thanks, IMDb trivia.
Yeah.
It literally says that they took Molly.
That's a weird piece of fact that I'm not sure they'd want people to know.
I know.
Well, I guess that's one way to meet people.
They fell in love. They were engaged in 2015 and married in 2017, and I'm not sure which drugs they took those nights. Franco, he made his first television appearance in 2006 in an episode of Seventh Heaven as Benjamin Bainsworth. It's hard not to say names like that. Like your proper English. Of course. I mean, he probably wasn't. He was probably Benjamin Bainsworth.
It doesn't matter if it was Benjamin Smith. You got to say Benjamin like Benjamin.
Benjamin Bainsworth.
Benjamin Bainsworth.
He's also been in Superbad, which I think is overrated. I'll just say it. Hot take. Whoa. It's funny, but I think it's just overrated in terms of one of the top comedies ever. I just don't think it is.
It's really, really funny.
It is really funny.
But that's one of those, I don't know. I say this about every comedy is that it falls off. It starts off really strong, like when they're at school and stuff, and then it just turns into like, well, I don't really care. Okay, now they got their booze and they're drunk and
he's got period blood on his leg.
Yeah, gross.
James Franco also in Fright Night.
That was a remake.
Yeah. 21 Jump Street, Warm Bodies.
That's a pretty good movie.
Now You See Me.
Those are okay.
He was in Neighbors, and he was in the two of both of those, Now You See Me 2 and Neighbors 2. And he was in Day Shift. Did you like that? Jamie Foxx?
It was okay. It was a vampire
I think I remember you saying that. Like, I watched Day Shift, and it was fine.
Right.
Yeah, nothing super special about it.
No.
Alison Brie, she worked as a clown before becoming an actress. That's good to know.
Okay.
You might recognize her from either Hannah Montana TV series or Hot Sluts. It's not an alternate title for Hannah Montana. It's a different thing. She's also in 5-Year Engagement. She was Unikitty in the Lego movie. And she was Will Ferrell's hot wife in Get Hard.
I didn't see Get Hard.
Oh my gosh, that is a great movie.
Really?
Yep. Very funny. There's a penis in it, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a penis in one of these movies, too.
Yeah.
Wolfman's got nards.
She was also on Community.
Yes.
Which is where I knew her from.
Yep. Also on Community. And upcoming Masters of the Universe.
Woo! She's Evil Lynn.
You think she'll be good as that?
If there was ever a movie that I am so scared of, it is Masters of the Universe. Because I've seen some really promising things. And I've also seen some stuff where I'm like, don't you do it. And I know they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to bring He-Man to Earth for some reason. I don't want that.
It's going to be like Hercules in New York.
Well, hopefully not that bad. But I just want He-Man to just make a He-Man movie. Just make it in there. But I've also seen like a picture of him on Battle Cat and it looks super badass. And there's some stuff like the sword looks great and he looks great as He-Man. So I'm excited. Cautiously optimistic. Jared Leto being Skeletor. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. But hopefully it's great. Hopefully all of my qualms will be dashed. But probably not. We're doing it. It's going to be a jam.
Oh, yeah. I'm just excited to see it.
Yep.
And I'm not even as big of a He-Man nerd as you are.
Right.
The other person that was in this, there's really not a lot of other actors in this. Damon Harriman. He was the roadkill driver in House of Wax. He was in Lone Ranger. He was Dewey Crow in the Justified TV series. He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Bike Riders. And in Mortal Kombat, he was the voice of, I'm going to say it wrong because I don't know Mortal Kombat, Cabal?
Yeah.
Cable?
Oh, that's right.
Cabal.
Cabal.
But then, upcoming in Mortal Kombat 2, he's Quan Chi.
Oh.
Is that a different character?
Yeah.
They know there's other actors, right?
Nope. I feel like these movies, once they get a group of people that are willing to do it, they're like, well, do you want to do this and this now? But Mortal Kombat 2 is another one where I'm like, please be good.
Right. Well, that's supposed to come out on October 24th. And now it's not till like March.
Right.
Which makes you nervous. Like, oh, something's not right. They got to fix.
Yeah.
Switching gears to Clown in a Cornfield.
Yep.
This one stars Katie Douglas. She was Quinn, the main girl. She was in some things.
I recognized no one in this.
Yeah, I know.
Except for Will Sasso.
Well, and Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Katie Douglas, she was in the TV series Ginny in Georgia. She played Abby.
Okay.
Okay. Her dad, Aaron Abrams.
He looked familiar. I don't know why.
He was an assistant in Resident Evil: Apocalypse.
Okay.
And that's going to be the best colon I ever say.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Apocalypse.
Yeah. I've had that. That's happened to me.
He was a fan in Cinderella Man, which I love that movie. I want to put it back on.
Cinderella Man.
Yeah, with Russell Crowe. He was a boxer.
I don't think I've seen that either.
Shut your face. That movie is so good. And he was also in the Hannibal TV series. Carson McCormick was in this.
Oh, hello, Carson McCormick.
He was Cole, and he was Brett Byer in Shazam, one of the two like teenage antagonists, like the kind of the bully kids. Okay. Anyway, Will Sasso as the sheriff.
He was on Mad TV and does really good impressions of wrestlers.
Yeah, man. He used to be a professional wrestler.
Oh, he was?
That's what it said.
Oh,
he has 146 acting credits.
That's wild.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in 135 episodes of Mad TV, and you might recognize him, one of the movers from Happy Gilmore.
That house is like 400 yards away.
Is that good?
That's unbelievable.
He was also in Ernest Goes to School, Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco, Beverly Hills Ninja, which I know you don't love because you're just like, oh, okay, fat guy doing stuff.
Yeah.
The Sixth Man, which I love.
Right.
He was Guy in Bar.
Guy in Bar 12.
I love The Sixth Man.
Yeah.
I cry every time I watch it.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Sixth Man?
No. The only thing I know about it is it makes you cry.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. This you know why this is good is because your list that I have currently of homework stuff is kind of lame.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what I want to give him out of this stuff. Okay, I have one that I'm going to give you today that I want to make sure you see, but then I have a good list for me here. And he was Curly in The Three Stooges. Kevin Sergey Durand. What a great middle name.
Durand is where some of my family is from.
Yeah.
Durand, Wisconsin.
Durand.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Shout out, Uncle Randy. I'll see you in a week.
A week after the 20th or a week after today?
Oh, God. No, the week from...
So the 18th?
Yep. The people hearing this will be like, he's already seen him.
Yeah,
so,
like 2 days ago. You'd be like, hey, I saw you 2 days ago.
Yeah, I saw you a couple days ago, Uncle Randy. So, hey, all right, well, when you hear this, we've already seen each other. It was a great time. Thanks for having me. Really awesome. It's always good to see you.
If you're interested in Kevin Durand's filmography, go listen to our Naked Gun episode.
Oh, okay.
That was a fun episode because he was in that movie. He's probably best known as Reed in the movie Who's Your Monkey?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Nope.
Also good to know, he liked to rap while attending St. Ignatius High School in Thunder Bay. He was the opening act for Maestro Fresh Wes at the local auditorium.
If that isn't a Catholic school name of a rapper. Hello, this is Maestro Fresh West. Get ready for these sick jams, everybody. Brick up. Yeah.
Wiki.
And he's just like, ready?
He crosses himself.
Right.
Well, now back to
Hey.
Spooky Scary Skeleton Trivia Round 2.
Hey, I'm ready.
Spooky Scary Skeleton quotes.
Okay.
In this round, you'll be given a quote from a Spooky Scary Skeleton movie, and you'll have to tell me which movie it's from. Now, check your pulse, grab some garlic, and sink your teeth into the first quote.
Cheese. I'm ready.
Number
Get
one.
all these.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, 1978. Fun fact, George A. Romero came up with that line during lunch at a Pittsburgh mall right after people watching shoppers walking around like zombies. Number 2, they're all gonna laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
I can hear it in my head. I'm not gonna be able to pull it.
The answer is Carrie, 1976.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Number 3, I ain't got time to bleed.
Oh, Predator.
Predator. Fun fact, Jesse Ventura actually used that line as the title of his autobiography.
Yeah. I think that was ad-lib too. I think that he was actually bleeding from something.
I got time to bleed.
Yeah, I ain't got time to bleed.
That's a pretty badass line. Number 4, we all go a little mad sometimes. Psycho. Number 5, they're coming to get you, Barbara.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yes, 1968. Fun fact, George Romero had the actor ad-lib the line just to tease the actress.
Yeah.
Who wasn't expecting it. Her annoyed reaction stayed in the movie. Number 6, in space, no one can hear you scream.
That's a tagline for Alien.
It's a tagline, not a quote?
I'm pretty sure it's a
Oh,
tagline.
it was listed as a quote, sorry.
Yeah.
Number 7, I know what you did last summer.
Oh, I know this one. Dang it. I know what you did. Oh, what is it?
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
At number 8, the human head weighs 8 pounds.
Oh, God, it's the scariest of all movies, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, with the kid. Ugh.
You had me at Halloween.
All right, reviews.
Yes.
For Together, this is a good one. Ian said, getting under the skin of what it means to be in love via extreme measures. Together is exciting, exacting, and exhausting in equal measures. A good one for Clown.
Okay.
Caitlin says, Clown in a Cornfield doesn't reinvent the wheel when it comes to killer clowns. It takes the tropes for a joyride. Now here's a bad one for Together. This is from Cody.
Always a Cody.
Together had potential, but it never pushes itself to be anything more than a gimmick. It's not awful, but it's definitely forgettable, except for the ending, which I'll remember for all the wrong reasons. Clown in a Cornfield, bad one. It's from Dion.
Oh, Dion. Is it Sanders? It's probably Dion.
It could be. Who knows? I didn't check the number. The Cornfield Clown has nothing special to offer. With a generic plot, forgettable kills, and a shallow attempt at social commentary, it feels like it was written by an AI script generator. A basic film that doesn't live up to the hype.
What hype?
There really was no hype for this movie. I guess you're right.
Is clamoring for Clown in a Cornfield, you dork.
All right, those are other people's reviews. Let's review these ourselves.
All right.
It's time for the 5-point samurai scale.
Yeah, we have a 5-point samurai scale. The first part of that for these two movies is going to be what's your story?
Stories.
The story of Together is a couple moves out of town, finds a weird cave, and hijinks ensue. It's pretty much them dealing with what happened inside the cave and their relationship and kind of what happens there. And the story's fine. It's cool. Kept me intrigued. It kept me like wondering what was going on, kind of.
Yeah.
You kind of get a really good clue in the beginning of the movie that is going to tell you what's going to happen. I kind of wish they wouldn't have done that.
Yep.
But yeah,
you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
You know the trailer, and then you see that little opening scene, and you're like, oh, okay.
That's going to happen to people, right?
I said it's a gimmick just for commenting on codependency.
Yeah, I didn't look that deep into it, I guess. I don't know.
I wish there was more behind the reasoning that stuff was happening.
Right.
And they went deeper into that side of the story instead of just, we're living together, and this is hard, and our relationship's hard, and then thing happens.
The end, it's kind of one-sided too. So it's more of just a, what's going on? This is crazy, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, I don't know what's happening to me, and like every other thing that you've ever seen about some weird entity that's happening out there. I thought it was slightly above average, I guess, just because of intrigue. So it's getting a 6.
Exactly the same for me.
Yeah.
It feels kind, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like it was bad. I'm going to say it's slightly above average.
Yeah. Both of these movies were like, we're not reinventing the wheel. Neither of these stories were like, woohoo, that's crazy. Never saw that coming. But actually, Clown in the Cornfield more than Together, I was more surprised by, I guess, as far as the story goes. So, anyways,
story
let's talk
Clown in the Cornfield.
Clown in the Cornfield. Town has this syrup factory that a very bad thing happens in the 90s, and then this new girl and the doctor for the town move into the town, and more Halloween hijinks ensue.
You might have guessed there's a clown in the cornfield.
There's a clown in the cornfield that is killing people. It's kind of about this girl and everything she goes through. Figuring all that out.
What I said is it was fine. There's nothing crazy or new here, but I really appreciate when movies like this don't take themselves too seriously, and it didn't.
Right. As far as the story goes for this, I was pleasantly surprised with the way that they took it, because I was expecting something completely different than what actually happens, which we'll get into the spoiler part. But it was a different take on what could be a trope. When you listen to Clown in a Cornfield, you're like, oh, okay, well, there's some demon clown that's out in the cornfield.
Yeah.
Which could or couldn't be true. You can go to Extra Jam and we'll tell you if you're right. The story for this, I thought, was also just slightly above average here, so I gave it a 6 as well.
Me too.
All right. 6, 6, 6. Oh,
look what we're doing.
Even our scores are spooky. Our next category here is Did You Act Right? Okay, so Together. Woof. I thought that the two main characters in this were bad.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that with some inflection because it was almost painful to watch it sometimes. I think what happened here is because they were in a real relationship, they thought they had to act like they were in a relationship. And I felt like if they would have just talked like they would to each other in a married relationship, it would have been way better.
Yeah.
But it felt like they were both acting, and I don't want it to seem like that.
Yeah.
And they just seemed too affected, I guess, and it didn't jive with what was going on, I guess, in a lot of cases.
I'm with you. I felt like Franco was actually worse out of the two.
Yep.
And actually made Millie, is the character's name, made her seem better.
Yeah.
So I wrote Franco is bad, and except for his reactions to the disturbing things that happen to him.
Sure.
Reactions are all great. They do that stuff really great. What I wasn't believable was being normal people in a relationship.
The way that he's reacting to and telling her, and the way she's reacting to what he's telling her, and how he's acting, it was just ugh.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. So below average here. My score for Together acting wise is going to be a 4.
Okay. I'm going to go 6 because I felt like the reactions to getting together and all that sort of stuff that had to happen were well done.
Yeah.
I believed that. I was in there like, oh boy.
I know, but the only reason that I'm giving that is that those parts, there wasn't enough of that for me to
poop on.
I
push
get
it
it.
to average. It was
get it.
just kind of like, yeah, well, you're screaming. So
Yeah.
you did a good job.
I think you might have been down on Millie more than I was too, because I didn't feel like she was all that bad.
If they said babe one more time, I was gonna blow. I was just like, what? No one says babe that much to the person that they're in a relationship with. Anyway, we'll get there. So yeah, Clown in a Cornfield, as far as acting goes, I thought that this was very appropriate for what we were talking about. Like you said, very tongue-in-cheek. Everybody's kind of eating the scenery here and acted well. The teenagers weren't so over the top that I was completely annoyed with them. I thought they were pretty good. The bad guys in the movie, when they were needed to be bad, I was like, yeah, okay. The caveat being that this is a movie called Clown in a Cornfield. And like you said, it's not taking itself seriously. So these performances needed to be a little bit more like, okay, this isn't a goofy horror movie like I'm used to. They're getting a little bit of leeway for that.
I feel like you're grading it on a curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am. I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because we're watching Clown in a Cornfield.
I'm going to grade it just as how the acting is. And
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Oh, boy.
And
Okay.
the reason is it's not great acting.
Yeah.
I understand why it's not great acting, and it's absolutely fine acting for a movie called Clown in the Cornfield.
Right.
But just looking at it as just straight acting skills,
Yeah.
well, not very good.
No, but I don't know if that's because they're acting that way because it has to be over the top and hammy just to get the emotion across because of what we're talking about in the situation that they're in. So I mean, I'm not like going to give it a 10 or anything.
Yeah.
But it'll get a 5. It was completely average and fine as far as I was concerned.
We flipped there. The acting score and then this score.
The third category we have here is did you show your work as far as costumes, sets, music, that kind of thing. Together, the makeup stuff in here and the gore effects and the things that they have to do, pretty good.
I disagree.
Oh,
Wow,
geez.
we are against each other a lot
Why?
today.
What?
Because I just felt like it could have been cooler.
What did you want?
Like a lot of it was just like you can see this in the trailer where it's like a hand under the skin. Like I want to see the melding together, and you didn't see any of that stuff. I felt like the effects, because that's the only reason people are going to see this.
Right.
That stuff could have been cooler.
Yeah.
All the cool stuff is in the trailer. Then I thought there would be more than what they showed in the trailer, but there wasn't. They didn't take it as far as they could. I don't know. It just wasn't as cool as it could have been for me.
Yeah. I guess that I'm forgiving it because there's some parts that happen, especially towards the end, where it gets pretty crazy. And they do a good job of showing those things, I guess. And it's hard to say that without spoiling what's going on with the two. So as far as them sticking together, which you see a bunch of times, I thought that stuff was fine.
There's also some scenes that you expect to be a little more intense.
Yeah.
And not that they weren't intense. It's just you showed me something in a trailer and I thought I would see more in the movie, and I didn't. I sort of said that before, but this is for different scenes. It's hard not to say stuff without spoiling it. And I'm not saying it was bad. I still have it above average. My score for Together for Did You Show Your Work is 6.
Okay. I gave it a 7. I think it was a little bit better than what you're talking about as far as when they did show things, and when certain things happened, I was like, yeah, that's sufficiently gross and awkward.
Yeah.
And there were some things I didn't expect as far as scenery and scares and stuff. I keep saying and stuff because every time I say aunt stuff, this spoiler is about to come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that it was 7. It was pretty good as far as
there's nothing to talk about in terms of costumes or music or anything like that with this.
It's normal people in an old town. So
so it's just the effects is all you can really grade on. Cloud in a Cornfield?
Yeah, go ahead.
They did a good job of creating scary movie scenes. Right.
Yeah.
What you wanted these scenes to look like and be. I thought they did a really good job. I really like the cornfield as a set piece because it is creepy. If you just walk by one at night, because we have one around our house, they're creepy. You don't know what animal's in there. You don't know what's in there. And it's if you walked in there, you could easily get pretty lost.
Yeah.
So it's just a cool set piece. The kills and all that were pretty cool.
Yeah.
They showed some stuff that was pretty neat. The clowns looked really cool in terms of a scary movie and what I expected there. It probably did a little bit better than Together, and I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay. I thought this was real good as far as horror movie, slasher movie. Teenagers in a field, you got that whole thing, the parties, the sets for the parties, and the parade, and the gore effects, and the clown costumes. All of those I thought were really well done and kept me interested in what was going on as far as the town goes and how it fits in with the story. The little Jack in the Box and stuff like that. You see all this in the trailers and whatever. So yeah, the effects were really good. Again, and I don't know if I am on a curve here just because of every horror movie that I've ever seen, but I was like, yeah, this is effective and over the top when it needed to be. I'm just at a 7 here too because I thought it was a little slightly above average. Everything that I saw in Clown in a Cornfield was competent. I liked it.
It was fun.
All right. Our next category here is did you bring the badassery? Fights and all that kind of stuff that happened in the movie, action and whatever. For Together, there's not a ton of stuff that happens in here as far as creating dread, I guess, which is what we're talking about for badass in these movies. It was pretty good. I wanted to know what was going on when he's losing his mind or when things are starting to happen. It's effective. Kept me interested. Kept Shannon interested. I mean, I guess that's all you can ask for as far as these movies, as far as being scary or making you nervous or giving you that wanting to cover your face.
Yeah, I don't know. Documentaries keep me interested, but it doesn't mean they're badass. Do you know, I feel like this wanted to be badass, but didn't really hit the mark.
Well, badass is just a term. It's not like it has to be, oh, that was badass. It's just, this is just good, I guess, as far as what it's supposed to be, whether it's funny or scary or whatever. That's the badass we're talking about.
Yep. Well, that's what I mean. It's like I felt like it wanted to be this badass suspense, scary thing. And there were moments, but I didn't feel like they took them that far. It's like when I would love to be the guy that could wear a fedora. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be badass. They wanted to be the guy that could wear a fedora, but then they put the fedora on. They're like, oh, no, you shouldn't wear a fedora. It was fine. I just expected more, I think. The stuff that was there was cool, but I think they could have gone farther. That's all.
Yeah, I thought it was good. There's some stuff that happens here, and we can argue more about this during the spoiler jam, but there's some spooky stuff that happens in Together that I didn't expect to happen. I don't know, as far as creating dread and being badass and whatever, it almost falls off more towards the end as far as being scary and whatever.
It's almost a joke at the end.
Yeah. Well, literally a joke at the end. Yeah. So I'm not going crazy here again. This is just getting a 7 for me as far as badassery, but
yeah, I've got a 6 for Together.
Okay.
Clown in a Cornfield.
Yeah.
It was fun. I don't know if I would ever watch it again, but it was fun. I do like this one a little bit more than Together, and I thought that they did a good job with the kills. It's not that it was like super scary or anything like that. There was some suspenseful moments, but it was just a kind of fun, scary Halloween movie.
I thought this was way better as far as badass goes.
Yeah.
Just with what happens with the kids in the middle of the movie and everything that's figured out and everything that happens with them and kills and everything. I thought it was really good as far as stuff where you're like, oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to her? Whatever.
Agreed.
This one had an 8 for me as far as badass goes.
Nice. I did a 7.
All right. Our last category here is did you keep your promise? What did you think of Together as far as keeping its promise?
Yeah, I do think it kept its promise, but I didn't love it because I felt like it was more subdued than it should have been. It was a little meh to me, but thanks for trying and for making something new, fresh idea. It did keep me intrigued the whole way through. I think that I ragged on this a lot, but it is above average, and I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay. Together was fun for me. I was intrigued the whole time. There was more spooky stuff in here than I thought was going to be in it. The parts that you know are going to happen as far as them sticking together and whatever were sufficiently weird and gooey and gross and fun and made me squirm in my seat like, oh geez. So it's getting a 7 from me as far as did you keep your promise? But yeah, the only thing that I would say is that I thought it was going to be worse.
Yeah.
I thought that the gross was going to that was but
Yes.
it was more like, well, whatever, we'll get into it. But it was just kind of like,
They didn't show it happening. It was just like, oh, that happened. Now look at us.
yeah, exactly. But as far as Clown in the Cornfield goes, this really kept its promise. In fact, probably went over what it needed to as far as being a movie called Clown in the Cornfield, which would be super easy to dismiss as that's stupid and I don't need to watch that. That's exactly what you and I both thought of this movie until we watched it. And then I watched it. I was like, I kind of like that. I'd watch that again on Halloween. That was fun. It surprised me. It was a pretty good movie as far as a movie called Clown in a Cornfield. And I hate to keep putting that caveat on it, but it gets an 8 from Dave.
Nice work. I gave it a 7 there.
Okay.
While you're adding up some numbers, what do you think the most valuable samurai is? We'll start with Together. This is really hard. I'm going to give it to Allison Brie.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to do. That's tough. Like, there's no like clear winner for this movie for me.
I'll give it to the couple. I'll give it to Allison Brie and to Dude because they tried in a weird movie as a married couple that they had to do weird things together. They sold it enough. I feel like a different set of people might have done it better, but they did okay. So as far as getting this movie to the end, which is basically there's only 2 people in this movie. There's 3, I guess.
Yeah.
If you once you boil it down to whatever, there's some other like bit parts and whatever, but you're really only dealing with 3 people in this movie.
Yep.
And they did it. They got us to the end, and I was entertained the whole time. So I'll give it to them as far as most valuable.
For Clown in a Cornfield, I think I'm going to give it to Kevin Durant because in terms of acting, he was probably the best.
I'm going to give it to the director here for getting a movie called Clown in a Cornfield to something that I was entertained by. He does a good job of making this entertaining, something I didn't expect, and still good, and kind of let off by what led to what's going to happen. But for the most part, you're like, oh, I didn't expect that. So yeah, it was good. It was competent. I definitely would give it to him.
Before we get to Would You Rather,
Yeah.
it's time to get back to spooky, scary skeleton trivia time. And tighten your bolts, because this round pumps up the voltage with some spooky, scary skeleton multiple choice trivia.
Which is it? Which is it?
Now, let's summon question number 1. In Psycho, what's Norman Bates' favorite hobby? A, reading. B, taxidermy. C, bird watching. D, dry pasta art.
I don't remember. I think it's C.
See you later, Band-Aid breath.
Sorry. The correct answer is B, taxidermy.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact, the film was the first to ever show a toilet flushing on screen. And it actually caused controversy in 1960.
Was there something in it?
I don't know.
Did they throw a Baby Ruth in there?
I've never seen Psycho.
Me neither.
Only the scene in the shower. Number 2.
Number 2.
What is the name
Speaking
of the
of toilets.
That's a poop joke.
Yeah.
What is the name of the town where Friday the 13th takes place? A, Crystal Lake. B, Crystal Ridge. C, Crystal Meth.
Crystal
D, Billy Crystal's house.
It's Crystal Lake.
It is A, Crystal
I wish
Lake.
it was Crystal Meth. I don't want to go to Crystal Meth Camp again.
Number 3. Which horror movie villain was inspired by the murders of real-life killer Ed Gein?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
A, Norman Bates, Psycho. B, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. C, Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Or D, all of the above?
All the above.
All of the above is the correct answer. Number 4, in Child's Play, what's the name of the serial killer whose soul possesses the doll? A, Ray Charles. B, Charles Lee Ray. C, Lee Ray Ray Chickadee China Charles. Or D, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken?
You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.
No, sorry.
dang
It was B, Charles Lee Ray.
Yeah.
Fun fact, his name combines 3 real-life killers, Charles Manson, Lee Harvey Oswald, and James Earl Ray. Number 5, what's the name of the virus in 28 Days Later? A, the T virus. B, the nasty flu. C, the rage virus. Or D, the OU virus.
It's the rage virus.
That is correct. Number 6, in American Psycho, what song does Patrick Bateman play before killing Paul Allen? A, The Heart of Rock and Roll. B, Hip to be a Square. C, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. Or D, Stuck on You. I got a feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose.
It is
Now
hip
I'm
to be
on
square.
my way. That is right. It is B, Hip to be a Square. Number 7, what is the name of the demon in The Exorcist? A, Paimon. B, Mammon. C, Pazuzu. Or D, Guima, the ruthless king of the demon realm.
C, Pazuzu.
It is C,
That's fun to
Pazuzu.
say. Pazuzu sounds like something you could play.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Play
going to go play my Pazuzu.
D was Guima, and that is one of the demons from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh,
I thought you would know that.
I didn't.
Number 8, the movie Scream originally was going to be titled A, Teen Halloween. B, Scary Movie. C, Slash Master. Or D, A Sudden Sharp Loud Cry.
C, Slash Master.
Nope, it's B, Scary Movie.
Oh, man.
I got a little dick. It's pathetic.
Yeah, and I actually read that Scary Movie went to the producers and was like, hey, can we use your original name as our name?
Oh.
And they were cool with it. All right, let's get into Would You Rather. These are movies that have the same IMDb scores as the movie I'm referencing. So Together or Nope.
Nope.
Probably. I've never seen it, but I could imagine that it's better than Together.
Yeah.
Clown in a Cornfield or 2025's Wolfman.
Clown of Cornfield.
I haven't seen Wolfman either. I know that you said it wasn't bad. It was just a different take on it.
Yeah.
Next, Together or Christine.
Together.
Clown in a Cornfield or Jennifer's Body.
Clown in a Cornfield.
Yeah. Have you seen Jennifer's Body?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's on my list to watch.
It's probably one of Megan Fox's best roles.
Together or Hannibal.
Together.
I would watch Hannibal.
I don't know. Hannibal's kind of boring.
You're kind of boring.
Till the end. Yeah.
Clown in a Cornfield or Children of the Corn.
It's cold. Up in Cornfield Knobs. Didn't have to choose.
Clown in a Cornfield. Children of the Corn, I only saw it once when I was younger, and I was kind of like, whatever. I don't care.
All right, let's get a final score.
All right.
For both of these movies.
For Together, our score is a 61. And for Clown in a Cornfield, our score is
Higher.
by 3 points, a 64.
Much higher than... Normally we would say sum it up. Should you go watch it in the theater? Should you stream it at home? But for both of these, I'm pretty sure your options are stream it at home.
And yeah, if you like horror movies, these are 2 good ones.
They're both worth a watch.
Especially Clown in a Cornfield. If you haven't seen that yet and you have any interest in slasher movies or Halloween stuff, go see that. It's a fun one.
I don't think that there's any scenes that I'd want to draw. You can check out all my stuff at briandrawsmovies.com. Lots of cool scenes there. And if you want to buy anything, I have a coupon code for you just for listening. It is Samurai. You'll get 25% off. Just finished Tombstone. I brought in Dave's mugs. He requested 2 of them, one for him, one for his dad.
That's right.
That turned out pretty cool. The next thing I'm going to be working on, I think I'm going to redo the Great Outdoors scene. I have John Candy eating the old 96er. And it's actually pretty popular. I like that scene. It's just a pencil drawing right now. I think I'm going to upgrade it to some color. But go check out my stuff, briandrawsmovies.com. Follow me on social. That'd be really cool. And now, the final round.
Oh boy.
Spooky, scary skeleton trivia. Welcome to the true or false speed round.
Okay.
The moon is full. The ghosts are restless. Let's cruise through these haunted woods at high speed.
How about a bumper sandwich, booger lips?
Ready, go! Number 1. The blood in Psycho's shower scene was actually corn syrup.
Oh, false.
That is false. Hershey's chocolate syrup is what it was. It showed up better in the black and white filming of it and made the scene smell like dessert, which is what they wanted.
Well,
They
you wanted to.
Number 2. The blood used in the Shining elevator scene clogged the set's drainage system for 3 days.
True.
True.
Probably corn syrup, and that probably didn't play well with the drains.
They had to rebuild part of the stage after one of the biggest fake blood messes in film history. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Number 3, the word zombie is never actually said in Night of the Living Dead.
True.
True. Extra point. What do they call them?
Walkers or...
It rhymes with schmools.
Oh, fools.
Damn it.
Ghouls.
Thank you.
You did it.
Yeah, they only call them ghouls. Zombie didn't become mainstream until later movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Number 4, Texas Chainsaw Massacre used real human bones as set decoration.
True.
True. The art department used animal bones and real skeletons bought from medical supply catalogs.
Yeah.
Number 5, the killer in Friday the 13th is Jason Voorhees.
True.
False.
No.
It's
The
his
first-
mom.
Oh, yeah.
Pamela Voorhees.
Okay,
You son of a bitch.
First Friday
Jason
the
doesn't
13th.
show up until the sequel. You think you're so smart with your trivia.
I got a little dick. It's pathetic.
Number 6,
I never said that.
the first Saw movie took nearly 2 years to film.
True.
False. It was shot in a mere 18 days
Oh.
on a very limited budget using a single location for almost all scenes.
Yeah.
I think that Together was filmed in like 21 days or
Oh,
something
really?
like that. Yeah, it was
makes
pretty
sense.
quick. Number 7, the original title for Texas Chainsaw Massacre before release was going to be Head Cheese.
True.
True.
Wow.
It was weird enough that you're like, I'm going for a
Yeah,
gamble on true.
right.
Yeah. Number 8, the final design for Freddy's face was based on a pepperoni pizza.
True.
True. Originally, Craven wanted Freddy's skull to be visible through the head, as well as pus to be seeping out of the sores. Makeup artist David Miller said, the final design for Freddy was based on pepperoni pizza. I was at a restaurant one night, and I was having pizza. Deep in thought, I started playing around with the cheese, putting it around the pepperoni, and made Freddy's face in the pizza.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat story.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this sucker up.
Dokie dokie. Well, to wrap this up, we are going to turn in our homework, Mr. Brian.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
My homework for this episode was Sinister.
Yeah.
And I'm giving that a B.
Okay.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
And I actually do think that I saw it when it had first come out.
Okay.
And there's a lot of it I didn't remember.
Scary, right?
It is. It's creepy.
Yeah.
It was creepy and fun. It keeps you interested the whole way through. And I even wrote, and I said this earlier, I think I'm dead inside now because I wasn't all that scared.
Did you watch it during the day?
No, I watched it at night.
Turning off all the lights in the room and
Yeah.
watching something like that helps galactically when
Yeah.
you're watching a scary movie. And it's not even because you're even that much more scared. It's just like it almost puts you in a tunnel with whatever you're watching.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So having a pitch black room or a room with a little bit of light, because there's kids, so I'm sure that they come out and boom, my pants, I can't see. Yeah.
No, they're fine if I have all the lights off if they're already in bed. All right, your homework.
All right, my homework was Dead Heat.
Yes. I also watched it.
Okay,
So that
good.
we could talk about it.
I can't believe I did not see this when I was a child.
Yeah.
I don't know how this slipped past me. 12-year-old Dave would have given this an A. Absolutely.
I feel like it's so great because it feels like 12-year-old Brian wrote it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so cool.
Right.
Sorry, this is your homework. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's that you're absolutely right. It feels like a couple of 12-year-olds were like, you know, it'd be funny if you said right now.
Yeah.
You know what would be funny if you didn't care about? Wouldn't it be cool if the lady melted and all this other stuff? Like, what if there was a three-face guy and then we have no explanation as to why that is a thing or how it even plays into this movie because there's no reason for
Nope.
that. But 12-year-old Dave would have been like, I love every line in this movie. And what I didn't know is the line about being reincarnated into a girl's bike seat. That's been in the world for all this time. I never knew where it came from. I just thought it was some clever guy at a bar. Nope. That was Joe Piscopo at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
But as far as adult Dave, it gets a C+ from me.
Oh, okay.
It's fun.
It was very fun.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It should be on that Bad Movies Rule show that we do for sure. If you're listening to this.
If you have a full Dudikoff, which means you can pick whatever movie we do.
Right. Pick Dead Heat.
Please pick Dead Heat.
Perfect. Because it needs to be done.
It is the perfect amount of stupid.
Yeah.
It is
Right.
meant to be on that show.
Yes.
It's magically stupid.
Magically stupid. And that's all I'll say about it. So
The guy's name was Roger Mortis. Talk about a 12-year-old writing this. It's like, okay, he's a mechanic. Let's call him Greased Axle.
Right. Yeah. Right. Let's call him Chevy Lay.
He's a dead person. Let's see. How about Cole Body?
Yeah, exactly. As far as score goes, it gets 12-year-old A. Adult Dave C+.
Love it. All right, homework for next time.
Yes.
I'm going to give you, I really love this movie.
Okay.
Because of how much it surprised me about what it is and what happens. I threw it on without knowing anything about it. And that first scene, you're like, what the F am I watching right now? I'm in.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of really beautiful scenes that I think you'll appreciate. It's not going to be up there on your favorite movies, but I think that you should watch it. And it is Swiss Army Man.
All right. Yeah, I have not seen that, so I will watch it. As far as your homework goes, I am giving you this purely because I want you to do a mug of it.
Okay.
The Color of Money is what I want you to watch.
The
Tom Cruise,
pool.
Paul Newman. It's, I think, the sequel to The Hustler, which is an old Paul Newman movie.
Okay. Do you watch it a lot when you were growing up?
A few times.
Yeah? Because your dad likes
My dad
pool.
plays a ton of pool. Yeah. So he loves that movie. I still watch it, and I still enjoyed it even when I was a kid. That probably had to do with the chick that was hanging around Tom Cruise, but whatever. Yeah, no, it's a good movie.
All right, I'm excited to watch it.
Yep. And also, Forrest Whitaker is in there.
Yeah.
A young Forrest Whitaker. So, yeah, go check it out. So, that does it. Next, we are going to be doing Tron Ares.
Yep, that's the plan. I hope we can go see it in like 3D.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We got to check it out.
Have you ever seen a movie in an IMAX? Like a true IMAX?
No. But I feel like they letterbox it when you're in those theaters anyway, because there's no way that they're putting it over your head. I don't think they're.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's do it. There's one in Chicago. Sometime we're really excited for a movie.
Yeah.
Let's go down to Chicago and watch it at a huge IMAX.
Masters of the Universe.
Hail
There's a movie coming out that they filmed specifically in IMAX. I think it was Christopher Nolan. What's his next thing? Oh, The Odyssey.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
I actually think that they filmed one battle after another. Maybe we should check that out.
Maybe we should at some point in our lives go watch that. All right. Well, we did it. We did the Samurai Movie Jam Spooky Double Feature. Head on over to Extra Jam and we'll spoil these two very meh movies. We look forward to seeing you there again. Thanks for listening, and we will see you on the next one.
Have a safe Halloween, everybody.
Or don't. That would be way spookier. Whoa! Halloween is scary.
I got a little dick. It's pathetic.
Ha 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 ha!